Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at the level 200 to 300 night guide. This is a continuation of my series. All the previous guides are already available on my channel, so you can look for those if you want. Here we're going to focus on the 200 to 300 level range. So, prerequisites to follow this guide, I do think you need to have at least 95 melee skill at this point. Honestly, 105 is something that I would be aiming for in this level range, and ideally even something like 110. Obviously unattainable on new servers, but on all the servers that I think is what you should be aiming for. You'll need your premium account, you'll need some knowledge and experience with the game. You'll probably need about 10kk in gold in this level range to purchase what you need, maybe even a little bit more. You know, we have a few new items like Fabulous Legs, Cobra Hood, Terra Helmet, Lion Plate. All of those items add up a little bit. Also, you're probably going to be buying a few elemental weapons in this level range. Some of them are very cheap, like Summer Blade, Winter Blade. Some of them are a little bit more expensive. Either way, I think somewhere around 10kk is probably the investment you're going to need for items in this level range. And obviously, at this point, this guide just straight up assumes you have in full T3 imbuements, powerful imbuements, and all your weapon, helmet, and armor slots. This does not necessarily include the elemental protection imbuement in the armor. That's up to you. However, you definitely need to have your full imbuements in the weapon and in the helmet. Moving on, equipment recommendation for this level range: Color of Red Plasma and Amulet slot. Zoan helmet to start with, upgraded to Terra helmet at 230, and most likely upgraded to Cobra Hood at level 270. At 270 in the Cobra Hood, you want to add the skill imbuement into it. That's why it's stronger. However, if you're hunting someone with loads of earth damage, you might want to stick to the Terra helmet for a little bit longer. In the armor slot, you'll want on a chest plate at level 200, and you almost certainly want to upgrade to the Lion Plate at level 270. On a chest plate, technically a little bit more defensive, so if you're going to some really difficult team hunt, maybe you can stick to the Ornate chest plate. Personally, I just upgrade to Lion Plate and prefer that one, definitely for solo EKs. Legs, you start off with Ornate Legs, and at level 225, you upgrade to Fabulous Legs. Boots, you remain with your Depth Calthay for quite a while. I don't really upgrade the boots until level 400, where you get your Soul Walkers. For the ring, you want to be using your Skill Ring or the Prismatic Ring. For shield, the most common one, usually when using one-handed weapons, is the Gnome Shield. You can also use the Ectoplasmic Shield if you're an axe or club. You can also use the Biscuit Barrier, which has recently been added and improves your healing quite a lot. And also you get Lion Shield, I believe at level 250 or 270, I can't remember exactly. Also, if you're in sword, you might consider using the Shield of Corruption, which drops from Drake and Abominations. It gives you some skill, but in general, I don't think it's super widely used. In terms of weapons, you know, there's too many to talk about here, so I do recommend just going into the corresponding Wikipedia page, sorting by levels, and basically looking at all the weapons within that 200 to 300 level range. You will almost certainly want all the elemental ones. When it comes to the physical ones, do not bother getting the one-handed destruction weapon or the umbral weapons. If you need any physical weapon, simply use the two-handed destruction one. That is the best. Moving on, for the recommended quests for this level range, in the Grizzly task, you should probably start progressing your Drakens and Benuta tasks now. You will probably get tons and tons of points because you're going to be hunting those two places quite a lot. Definitely recommend completing the Grimvale quest line. Make sure to complete your boss cherries on those mini bosses. Get those boss points rolling. You should consider working on your Oromon points. 300 are needed to access Gloof Bandits and Wildlife Raids, which you will want to hunt at some point. And I definitely recommend getting at the very least 50 points, which will be needed in the Dark Trails quest to access the Fury Dungeon, which will be a very good spot around level 300. You obviously still want to have Ape City quests, Wrath of the Emperor quests. You know, you need those for the access to places like Walls and Benuta. You probably want to complete Dream Courts quests somewhere around this level to start to have access to Buried Cathedral and quite a few bosses. You probably want to start looking at Ties bosses, that's the Forgotten Knowledge quest, and probably Heart of Destruction for gold bosses and powerful crit imbue as well. Moving on, for the hunting spot in this level range, if you want to PG, the very best spot in this level range is Grim Reapers in Yalahar. I'm able to get somewhere about 3.4 to 3.5 kk raw on my level 210 EK as is. without any charms or praise. I think this spot, you can even push it to close to like 4kk roll with charms and praise, but I don't think the respawn will upkeep anymore. That is definitely your best hunting ground in this level range for solo. Other than this, we have Were Hyenas, which is also very good, still around 2.6kk raw from like level 200 plus, and Deeper Beneath to bottom floor can maintain over 3kk raw as well, which you can hunt with your once you get your energy weapon. So those are your best spots. Other than that, the popular spots are like Gloof Bandit, the Pirates in Raskassoon for profit, Drake and Walls, obviously very good, but low experience. I think Walls are somewhere around 2.1, 2.2kk raw, maybe around this level. Elder Worms Drefia are okay, Gloof Tower is pretty okay, Medusa Tower also pretty good, especially now with the recent changes where you can just jump down immediately from the top of Medusa Tower. Carnivorous Rock is also pretty good for profit. So this more or less sums it up. There's still quite a few other places that you could check out if you want to. Those are available on tibiapal.com/hunting. So I'm always keeping that up to date. If new hunting grounds come out after the publishing of this video, those will be on that link. So make sure to check it out. But yeah, this should pretty much keep you busy in this level 200 to 300 level guide. And that's basically what I have for you today, guys. Let me know if anything is not clear, anything you would add, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope some of you find it useful. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.